In today's lesson, we are looking at rounding decimals. And the learning objective is to round a decimal number. And these are the keywords we have. But before we start, students need to be able to round to the nearest 10, 100, and 1,000. These are the previous lesson we did. So students must have the ability to round a number to the nearest 10, 100, and thousands. Okay, now we have to know that when a number is written in decimal form, the digits to the right of the decimal point are called the decimal place. Example, if I have something like 25.4, so the digit to the right side of the decimal point is called the decimal place. So this is called 1 decimal place. 1 decimal place because I have only one number after the decimal point. Okay, something like 3.27. So what do we call this? We call this what? 2 decimal place, because we have 2 numbers after the decimal point, and so on and so forth. If I have 345, no matter what this thing is, okay, maybe I have this to be 1074 or 10748. Now this number will be what? After the decimal point, how many number did I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this number is 5 decimal place. Okay, now let's look at this. In this case, we are asked to round each number to 1 decimal place. For us to round this number, 23.883 to 1 decimal place. 1 decimal place. After the decimal point, I only need 1 number. See that? So this is the 1 decimal place. Now look at the number that ended it is greater than 5, as we did in our previous lesson. Since it is greater than 5, I will round this up. So take 1 here, 8 plus 1 is 9. Therefore, the round of this is 23.9. 23.9 is the rounding of this number to 1 decimal place. Now to round this number also to 1 decimal place, I have 3.457. Now 1 decimal place, after a decimal point, I have 1 number. So I ended here. Now this number here is up to 5. I will add 1 here. So 4 plus 1 is 5. Then this number is what? 3.5 to 1 decimal place. To 1 decimal place. Now let's look at this last one. What do we have? Give me the answer. 9.857 to 1 decimal place. Give me the answer. So that gives us what? That's fine. After decimal point, ended it here. So this number is equal to 5. That is 5. I add 1 here. 8 plus 1 is 9. So this gives us what? 9.9 to 1 decimal place. Okay. So this is how we solve the 1 decimal place. Now if you're asked to, okay, in this case also, if you're asked to round each number to 2 decimal places, for us to round each number to 2 decimal places, here we have this to be 23.8835. So after the decimal point, we count 2 number, 1, 2. I'm ending it here. Now this number that it ended with is less than 5. So since this number is less than 5, I don't have to add any 1. See that? So this will now give us what? 23.88 to 2 decimal places. Now let's look at this also. 3.45778 to 2 decimal place. After a decimal point, I count immediately after the decimal point. I'm counting. We have 1, 2. I'm ending it here. See, the number that is after that ended it is up to 5. Since it's up to 5 or greater than 5, I will add 1 here. See that? I'm rounding up. So 45 plus 1 is 46. So this will now be 3.46 to 2 decimal places. Okay, now give me the answer to this last one. 9.85467 to 2 decimal places. What do you have as the answer first? That's good. That's good. After decimal point, we count 2 number 1 and 2. We ended here. 2 number immediately after a decimal point because we are running to 2 decimal places. So 1, 2 and end. Now the number immediately after it is not up to 5. So since the number is not up to 5, I'm rounding it down. So this will now be 9.85. So 9.85 will be the number to 2 decimal places. So that's how we solve the problem to 2 decimal places. Now let's look at these 3 decimal places also. This case, if you're asked to round this number to 3 decimal places, for you to round this number to 3 decimal places, this is decimal point. We are counting immediately after decimal point. We have 1, 2, 3. It ended here. See that? To 3 decimal places. We have 1, 2, 3. It ended here. Now this number that it ended with is up to 5. So since it's up to 5, I will round it up by adding 1 here. So 883 plus 1 will be 884. See that? So this will now be 23.884 to 3 decimal places. Okay, let's look at this also. To 3 decimal places here, immediately after the decimal point, I start counting 1, 2, 3. Cut it here. See that? Now this number that it ended with is not up to 5. So since it's not up to 5, I'm running it down. So this will now be 3.457. See that? So this gives us 3.457 to 3 decimal places. Okay, now do this and give me the answer. What is it? That's fine. We counted from immediately after decimal point. We count 1, 2, 3. I ended it here. This number is up to 5. We add 1 here. So that gives us 851. So this gives us 9.851 to 3 decimal places. So that's how we solve this problem. And remember, we round it up if the number ended with 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9. But if the number ended with 4, 3, 2 or 1, we round it down. Like this number ended with 2, we round it down. This number ended with 6, we round it up. That's how we solve the problem. Thank you for listening. Bye.